heels with your hands. That's how close you should be. We're going to inhale and lift our buttocks off the floor, and in doing that we will have to engage our lower back muscles. Now if you want to use your hands under your buttocks, that means there's less pressure on your low back and it may not be as effective, but you would be able to go higher. I'm going to use my hands. We'll also, if we have time, we'll also do it without the hands. Inhale and lift. Peel your hips off the floor. See if you can tuck in your arms under your buttocks. And as you go higher, you'll find the temptation is there to bring your feet closer and closer. So your feet come closer to your body, to your upper body. And now I'm going to place my hands under my buttocks, which helps me raise my hips more. But it's also a little bit of relief on the low back. I'm still engaging my low back. Your own on days when you don't have time to go to the classroom. So no excuses. We'll send you the postcard free of charge. Just write to us. Yogaxpress airs Monday through Friday, 1:30 p.m. Time Warner 57, RCN 84, and FIOS 35. And we have a lot of support for you. We also have a website and a blog that you can refer to from time to time for some of the techniques in case you've forgotten some of the steps. So the website is www.yogaxpress.com and the blog is yogaxpress.blogspot.com. So it gives you a wonderful idea of the content of our program. We are going to do a few forward folds following on from the last two episodes. We need to complete, well, it's not really complete. We still have the balance postures. We'll get into that in the next episode. Today we're going to do some forward folds. We've selected about 8 of them, and once we've gone through those 8, Josiane and Jamie, if we have some time, they're both going to have a few other suggestions. Any other folds they'd like to suggest? Whatever it is, we're going to stay with the sequence. So don't worry, we are with you right through these stretches. So forward folds, let's try posture number 8 first. Back bends always needed some forward folds to balance. But forward folds, you don't need to fold over backwards. We'll go over backwards for you. So let's turn to our left. So let's stagger this way. Let's turn to our right. And I'm going to stagger myself. Bring your feet, bring your legs about, actually as far back as you can safely bring them. About 3 to 4 feet apart. Now the taller you are, the further you are able to go. And we're going to keep our legs apart. Put your brakes on. Make sure this is wonderful, wonderful forward fold, but you want to be very careful because your legs are apart. So put your brakes on. Bring your toes in. Now, arms are by your side. Inhale. Bring your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling. Take your arms all the way overhead. Keep inhaling. Take your arms up. Now this time you're going to clasp your palms together. That's to make us feel nice and firm and steady. We're going to exhale and fold from the hip. Keep your back nice and straight. These are forward folds, so you want to keep exhaling. The more you exhale, the deeper you get and the more comfortable you feel. Keep exhaling. I'm not in your way, am I, Jamie?
Not at all.
Okay. Once your palms touch the mat, touch the floor or the mat, you can wiggle your feet apart a little more, especially if you're trying to get ambitious. If you're getting ambitious like I am, I want to try and touch my head to the floor. I'm going to keep exhaling and I'm going to bring my feet apart, but all the time make sure your brakes are on. Bring your toes in so you don't slip. Keep exhaling. And your palms should be between your legs and about 6 to 8 inches apart from each other. Bring your elbows nice and close. Keep exhaling. Then press with your palms. Come up, pause at midpoint. And then I'm going to use my fists to rest and make sure my posture is nice and firm. And I'm going to wiggle my legs a little closer till I feel safe enough to take my hands off the floor, and then inhale. Bring your arms up to shoulder height. Keep your back nice and straight. Keep inhaling all the way up. Exhale and release. You had your arms up to shoulder height from the side. Sorry, Josiane, I should have explained. That's fine. That's fine. We still did the forward fold, so that was okay. Let's wiggle our feet closer together and relax. Now we have posture number 16. That was posture number 8, which is actually called Ugra Asana. Ugra means fierce. Also, in a lot of schools in North America, they call this posture Prasarita Padottanasana. We try to keep things simple, so we're just going to call it Ugra. Posture number 16. Let us see. 16 is actually Uttanasana. That's another nice forward fold. We can do it right where we are. Heels together, toes slightly apart. Ragdoll, only because you suspend yourself like a rag doll. You just let yourself go. So let's inhale. Now maybe I should come forward so I don't hit you. Inhale, bring your palms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling. Take your arms all the way. This time we're going to clasp the opposite elbows. Now clasp your opposite elbows. Look up to make sure they're nicely aligned, and make sure that your hands are behind your ears if you can. This time what we're going to do is exhale and fold from the hip, keeping your back nice and straight. Exhale and fold. Now this is the one time where we do not have to make a physical contact of the hands to the floor or to the legs, because you're still nice and firm and steady because you're clasping the opposite elbow. So this is one time I'm not going to tell you to make the connection. The connection is already there. Keep exhaling. The more you exhale, your lower abdomen should touch your upper thigh. The more you exhale, the deeper you would be able to go into this posture. Feel a wonderful, wonderful hamstring stretch. So that's like a double delight. You have a wonderful hamstring stretch and you have a beautiful lower abdominal compression. Hold. Inhale. Keep your back straight and let's come up. Inhale. Pause at midpoint for just half a second. Keep inhaling. Let's come up all the way. Exhale and release. If I haven't told you this in the last few episodes, or maybe in the last 10 or 20 episodes, just a quick reminder. When you fold forward, feel free to close your eyes. If you're comfortable with your balance, close your eyes, enjoy the sensation. It's always eyes are open when you go up and in back bends, and you can close it if you don't have a vertigo problem and you're comfortable. Close your eyes when you go down, so you enjoy that beautiful, beautiful sensation. Posture number 17. What we did now was 16. So what we can do is we're going to come back into this posture and then go into mountain posture. We're going to place our palms on the ground, take our legs back into a nice inverted V. Let's do that. Heels together. Now, this time I'm going to stagger back. Heels together, toes slightly apart for the moment. Inhale, bring your hands up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling, take your hands all the way overhead. And this time, clasp your palms together. We're going to exhale and fold over with a nice straight back. And as we come closer to the ground, we're going to place our palms about 2 to 3 feet ahead. 2 to 3 feet ahead of our feet. How's that? Exhale and fold. Place your palms wherever your palms touch the ground and then get a nice grip. Place your palms nice and flat and then take your left leg back and then your right leg back. This time you may want to place your heels, your feet basically about hip width apart. Your hands are about shoulder width apart and then dip your torso between your hands. Now if you do not feel too much of a compression in this posture just yet, keep exhaling and tighten your lower abdominal muscles. This is also a wonderful, wonderful rest posture. You also feel a beautiful hamstring stretch. Do you feel that, Jamie? Can you feel it in your hamstring? Mm-hmm. Right? Josiane, how do you feel every time you exhale?
Good.
Yeah, and keep going deeper. Inhale, and coming out of this posture, if it's not part of your sequence, can be a little tricky. So keep your hands nice and firm. Gently walk your legs towards your hands. Very gently. Come up on your fingertips if you have to, and very gently. Once your feet are close to your hands, slowly unravel your spine. Keep inhaling as you do that. So you have totally emptied your body of air as we went into a forward fold. As we come up, we start filling up with fresh air again. That was posture number 17, was it? Yes, it was Parvatasana. Let's go to 23. 23 is Shashankasana or rabbit posture. It's almost very close to Balasana. Balasana is also a rest posture. There's a slight difference. We'll show you. Let's sit on our knees. And our heels, actually. Let's sit on our heels. So, Josiane, be careful. You're okay. You want to sit on a brick?
As far as I can go.
Because you're going to fold forwards. I would suggest use a brick.
Forward, yeah.
Don't go forward. Okay, fine. I would say sit on a brick anyway. You want to be careful with your knee. We need to revisit your theme, the idea you gave us yesterday about what you're going to talk about, your therapy.
Yeah, we were talking about improving habits.
Yes,
identifying some of our unhealthy eating habits, what triggers us, environmental cues, and preparing for it. Having
Jamie's
a stash
a
of
therapist. You want to lose weight? You want to lose weight? Go to Jamie. You want to learn boxing? Go to Josiane.
May I do this version?
That's fine.
One foot down,
That's
one
fine.
foot up.
So you just don't want to fold that knee, right? That's fine. You're comfortable. Mm-hmm. And if you don't want your hips to feel uneven, you may want to put a towel under your right hip.
Do you know the idea of just changing one thing a week, keeping something in mind that you do want to change, and just focusing on that one thing until you achieve it?
There you go. There, your yoga. The focus in yoga is going to help us do that. Jamie's going to teach us how in one of the future episodes very soon, Jamie. We're going to sit together and talk about that. Let's share a program with our viewers where they can help themselves, not just getting in and out of the stretches, but also in other ancillary ways, other ways, controlling their food habits, have good habits. Portion size. Mm-hmm. Drinking water at the right times.
Water.
I know. We won't share the bit about the rogi bogi. We'll talk about that later.
Oh, that was great, yeah.
We're going to go into Shashankasana, which is rabbit. We're sitting on our heels. Inhale, bring your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling. Take your arms all the way overhead, palms facing in. Now, we're going to exhale and fold from the hip. Keep your back nice and straight. But as you exhale, keep tightening your lower abdominal muscles. So the more you exhale, the more you tighten your lower abdominal muscles, the deeper we go. And keep your back straight. Exhale. If you want to clasp your palms, that's fine. When you come down, you can separate the hands. Try to keep your butt on the floor. This is also a wonderful, wonderful stretch for your triceps as long as you do not rest your elbows on the floor. You want to keep your arms nice and active, nice and alert. Keep your butt down as much as you can. Keep exhaling. Inhale. Clasp your hands together. It helps you come up more compact. Exhale and release.
And rabbits, they eat lots of carrots and lettuce.
And there you go.
That is
Jamie, the foodie,
phytonutrients.
all the vegetarian. There you go. Lots of nutrients and good for eyes too, right? Keratin.
chlorophyll, how good that is for the blood to cleanse, remove
And with all this
toxins.
stretching, all that blood is going to move around. You have this wonderful fresh blood. What more can we ask for, right? Fresh blood carries fresh oxygen. 23. Yeah, Jamie, I can't wait for your episode. Let's do that. We'll have to do that soon.
That rabbit pose.
26. Okay, 26 is actually Janu Sirsha. 26 and 27 are very close. So Janu Sirsha is head to knee. Janu is knee. Sirsha is head. Let's fold our left leg and tuck your left foot into the groin or the inner right thigh. Extend the right leg nice and straight, but not tense. You want to be straight, but don't feel any tension in the back of your knees, and then flex your foot. We're going to torque our body. Turn your body to face the extended leg. That's nice. So what we're going to do is inhale our arms, and we're going to exhale fully and fold from the hip. If your chest doesn't touch the knee or the leg, that's fine. It's head to knee, and even if your head doesn't touch, that's fine. You want to feel a nice compacting of the lower abdomen. So let's inhale. Keep inhaling, take your arms all the way up. Exhale and fold from the hip. Clasp your right foot with both hands, or if you just want to place your hands over your right foot, that's good too. I'm going to clasp my foot. If you just want to get a sense of how it feels to touch your forehead to your knee, if the mountain doesn't come to Muhammad will go to the mountain. You can bend your knee just a little bit and try and touch your knee. But recognize that might be a little less of a compacting of your lower abdominal muscles. You'll also feel a bit of a strain on the back of your thighs, the sciatic nerve. So you want to be, and your hamstrings actually. So I think it's safer just to keep your legs nice and straight. Inhale, let's come up. Exhale and release. Now we're going to fold our right leg, extend the left leg out. You okay to fold that leg? Inward is okay.
On this side.
Okay.
It's before I had a problem.
All right.
I don't know
Okay.
if I'll
So
be
this
able to do
posture is okay, right?
This
We're
one
safe?
I don't think I'll be able to.
That's fine because you feel the pull in the right leg. That's right. Be careful. Those of you who have a tender knee. Now, Josiane's right knee is very tender, so she will not go forward too far on the extended left leg, because when you have your right leg folded and you try to go too deep, there is more of a pull on your quadricep muscle. So you want to be careful, and you don't want, all the muscles are connected, as everyone knows, so you don't want to feel a strain on your knee. So whichever knee is injured, you make sure when you fold that knee in, you don't go too deep into the stretch on the other side. So left leg is extended, left foot is nicely flexed but not tense, and right heel is tucked close to your groin. Now I'm going to torque my body a little bit to the left to face the extended leg. Inhale, bring our arms up to shoulder height. Keep inhaling. Exhale, fold from the hip. Clasp your foot with both hands. You notice another reason for flexing the foot. Your toes are a little closer to your arms. But actually the reason for flexing is really to keep your foot and your whole body nice and alert. The moment you let your foot go and your toes are out, pointed out, then one, you lose interest because your arms may not reach, and the other, it's just too limp. You want to be nice and firm, nice and alert. If you want to bend your knee just a little bit, that's fine, just to get the sensation of touching your forehead to your knee. And it's still not happening for me, so I'm happy where I am. Keep my leg nicely extended. Clasp your hands together. Inhale, come up with a straight back. Exhale, keep your leg, extended leg. Let's release our arms. Keep your leg where it is. Extend the other leg out. Let's go into Paschimottanasana. Paschim is west, and Paschimottanasana is actually bird beak. Now, bird beak is probably the Western translation, but Paschimottanasana is facing east. So whichever way we look at it, we're going to try and fold forward completely. Now both your legs are extended, feet are flexed. Keep your palms by your side. Keep your body nice and upright. We're going to take a nice deep inhale and exhale first. Now, let's inhale. I'm going to stagger myself just a little bit so I don't hit you guys. Inhale, bring your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling. Take your arms all the way overhead, palms facing in. Exhale and keep your back nice and straight. Fold from the hip as you exhale. Now place your palms over the soles of your feet. This time you're not expected to touch your forehead to your knees, but if you can, that's wonderful. Keep exhaling, and maybe someday you can also clasp. Maybe someday your forehead will touch your knees. Actually, I think I'm saying that more to myself than to either Josiane or even Jamie. So I'm going to hold on to my big toe, my right big toe with my right hand, left big toe with my left hand gives me a better grip. And I'm going to exhale a little more and keep going down. Inhale. Release. Keep inhaling. Let's bring our arms all the way up. Exhale. And let's relax. Bring our arms down. Let's see, we had another forward fold. This was number 26 and 27. We have 30 and 48. Let's see what's number 30. 30 is Mahamudra. It's very close to this one, except that we have our knees bent. You don't want to do this. You want to be very careful. And do one thing. Do you want to sit on the brick? And actually, you know what? Keep your legs extended. Just keep folded forward. We both are going to go into Mahamudra. This one is, Mahamudra is grand gesture where you're sitting on your heels. You have your legs totally folded in, and then you're going to fold forward. So we're going to feel that compression. I want you to just do whatever we're doing. You want to do that? Yeah, okay, try that. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Good. And if you want to sit on a brick, by all means. Whatever you do, make sure you're very, very careful because you don't want to hurt yourself. If you're already hurt, you're already in pain, you don't want to aggravate that. So the knees are as close together as possible. We're sitting on our heels. This is called Vajrasana, but we're not going to stay right here. We're going to fold forward. So take your arms from behind you. Clasp the opposite elbows. Now, if you wish, you want to give yourself a little more of a challenge, you can place your hands in what's called a reverse namaste. Namaste is simply clasping your palms together. So we're going to fold forward. Now I'm going to keep... Sorry, did I move? I just want to show them how to keep their palms together. So we're going to exhale and fold from the hip with your back nice and straight. Let's exhale. Keep your chin out, chest out. As you come closer to the mat, then you can dip your forehead down. Try to keep your butt down on your heels. It doesn't always stay down, especially if you've got your hands in a namaste. It's a little more of a strain to keep your butt down. The temptation is to lift your butt. I'm going to try to keep it down. Keep exhaling. As we exhale every day, the more you exhale every day, you'll feel a 1 millimeter stretch. A deeper stretch by at least 1 millimeter. Inhale. Let's come up. Keep your back nice and straight. Exhale and let's release. That felt good, but the arms you do feel the stretch in your arms, right? When you take it all the way back. And even if you're clasping your opposite elbows, you still feel your chest going back. So it's wonderful. It's also a good chest opener, but we're really doing the stretch as a forward fold to collapse.
It's good if you play tennis too, and these muscles here get very
What is tennis elbow? I've been curious. So
that's overusing this joint here. But I mean, the forearms get very strong and tight. All these muscles here.
There you go. Here's a tennis player. You play tennis? Play a lot of it? There you go. So you can see benefits. Actually, maybe we should have an episode where we talk about the sports benefits of some of these postures, because Kati Chakra, for example, the one we did on the first 2 days ago, that's good for golf because you don't move your hip, right? And golf, you need to be very flexible in the hip. So it helps. We should talk about that. Good. You've given me some good ideas now. Okay, 46. We've already... No, that's a back bend. 48. Oh, I love this. How much time do we have, Danny?
How much time we have?
We're going good? Oh, good. Fantastic. We'll do this and then we'll have a little bit of a discussion. Maybe you have other ideas. This is Pindasana. Pinda is fetus. Posture number 48, actually, the last one. It's a wonderful compressing of the lower abdomen. It's actually a beautiful compacting of the whole body. The last one.
This one.
Where you hug your knees, yes.
Oh,
Where you
I
hug
love
your
that.
knees in.
I love to have my knees.
So this time. We're going to come back in supine position. And this time what we're going to do is we're going to inhale and raise our knees, lift our knees and bring it as close to our chest as we can. And we don't just have to use our quadricep. We'll use our hands. Inhale, bring it close to your chest. Push your knees into your chest with your hands and then very gently place the right hand over your knees and the left hand. Try to clasp the opposite elbows. Now this time what we're going to do is just hold and keep exhaling for a few moments.
It's very
Then-
comfortable.
Say again.
Very comfortable.
Very comfortable, isn't it? It's got a fetus position. It's called the fetal position where, when unborn babies, they collapse themselves like that. I guess that's a question of space, right? So we're in New York, so we have very little space. So anytime you get stuck somewhere in an aircraft or whatever, compact ourselves. Now this time let's place our hands on our knees. We're still pushing into our chest, but this time we're going to move. We're going to rotate our sacrum on the floor. So we're going to take our knees to the right, make a little semicircle. And then go to the left, and then let's come back the other way. It's a wonderful sacral massage, very good for the lower spine. Compact yourself just a little more. Maybe you can do one full circle. Let's try a full circle. Nice. So you include the compacting and you're getting this beautiful massage at the same time. Let's inhale and let's come up. And if there are any other, even though we are in the last posture in the sequence, today's series we can accommodate. We've got about a couple of minutes left, about 3 minutes left. So do you have any ideas this time, Josiane? Do you want any other forward folds, any compacting that we could do number 44?
What about doing the fish? We didn't do a backwards move.
That's not a compacting, but let's do that for
With our
Josiane.
neck.
The fish posture is, we should have done that in the back bends,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay, you know what we're going to do? This one is dedicated to Josiane. Even though it's not a compacting forward fold, we're going to do the fish posture. But let's do this then. Let's get down on our back, do happy baby. Would you like to try the plow? Or you want to do happy baby or plow?
I like happy baby.
Happy baby. Let's do happy baby and go directly into fish. How's that?
Okay.
So we can close with the fish. Good. This one's dedicated to Josiane. She's been very brave with that knee of hers. Back in supine position, we are going to come into a posture called happy baby. Let's lie down on our back. Oops, and I just put my clip back on. We're going to inhale. Bring your knees up and then separate the legs. Place your palms on the sole